here from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It's one suit here in Thailand. It's a Friday, and yeah, another lovely, hot, warm day. For instance, I've been out doing the leaves this morning, brushing the leaves. Got the big mango trees, and I do a really good job doing the leaves. Don't get paid for it. Every so often, it'll give me a bottle of Coke and Coca-Cola, even though we don't drink really Coca-Cola, bad for you. And yeah, which is very nice. Anyway, lovely, and so it's going to be a lovely weekend. They got King's birthday on Monday, Kuala Lumpur, the King of Thailand. So happy birthday to you, sir. And on 1 Jan, Monday, so I was going to holiday, public holiday, so it's going to be a long weekend for the Thais. And my pain in the ass, she's off as well. Oh, women. Anyway, so if you don't know me, I'm True Blue Thai here in Thailand, and just I'm going to quick stop here, for instance, just to go a bit of a time out to talk about the situation you might have heard on the news, and about the what's happening in Thailand at the moment. And basically what it is, it's a border dispute, for instance, done by colonial. It's been going on for a very long time, where the French kind of like did a kind of, well, this is where Thailand starts and this is where Cambodia stops, and they've been kind of like skirmishes over the years, and for instance, and between the armies. And for instance, in basically what happened is it kind of like broke out about a month ago or so, and for instance, there was where the Cambodian soldier got killed, and since then, for instance, there's been a phone call between Petongtani, which is the Thai Prime Minister at the time, Thaksin Shinawatra, for instance, who are owner of Manchester City, who basically, for instance, his daughter, for instance, called the Prime Minister's daughter, the Prime Minister, who they were kind of busy mates, at one time, and she kind of smoothed things over, but she kind of also didn't do it in a very nice way. Because it was a bit disrespectful towards the Thai people, and but this guy is in a bit of a bind with his own people. So to look, Mr. Strongman, he released the telephone call, and which the Thai people were not happy with, and so she's got suspended, and there's going to be a chat about that. Anyway, so but while some Thais were patrolling the border, and for instance, a couple of got blown up, and a couple of accidents. One guy lost a Thai soldier they said they were patrolling on the Thai side, and there was a landmine, and Cambodian said it wasn't a landmine, it was for instance, it wasn't a Cambodian landmine, it was from a long time ago. He said no, it was the recent one. So it looks like it's been really recently laid, and a Thai guy soldier lost his leg, good, best wishes for him. Anyway, so but it's getting a little bit more heated. The borders have been closed, the land borders, but you can still fly into Cambodia and into Thailand as well, for instance. But it kind of all escalated yesterday, with for instance 11 people getting killed, etc. So bless them. Now, if you're coming to Thailand and you are worried about what's going on, and I would suggest that don't, because I've seen quite a few YouTubers at the moment and talking about, the Thailand is at war with Cambodia. Now listen, this is a long way away from most people where people are going to go, unless you're going to go to border run, which you can now. But other than that, for instance, I live in Pattaya or Jomtien, where I live now. If I was going, because Thailand is a very big country, now if I was going to go to City24, now City24 is in and around the area of where it is, not perhaps precise, but that's in a town. Now that would take me 7 hours and 21 minutes. It's 556 kilometers, okay, to drive. Okay, so it's a long way. So if you come into Pattaya, if you come into Phuket, if you come into Gruntep, Mahanakan, Bangkok, if you come into, you're long, well away from the fighting. So, for instance, so if you, don't worry about it. Don't you're not even close. For instance, even if it did erupt down there, for instance, you're well away from it. And for instance, because Thailand's a very, very big country, you can put Great Britain in its back pocket. And so, for instance, and this is a long way away. So it's 7 hours away from where I'm sat right now. So, for instance, I wouldn't, and I'm sure, for instance, there'll be a mediation. I'm sure things will calm down. So it's not all, for instance, between the sides. And I'm sure they'll probably come to some kind of arrangement or ceasefire. So I wouldn't think too much about what's going on about what in Thailand. Overthink about it. And if you come into Thailand, you still have an amazing time. They'll be probably talking about it. There'll probably reports about it. But the problem is, it's not going to affect your holiday or your time in Thailand in any way whatsoever. We're in the low season at the moment, even though it's the rainy season, even though it's 30 degrees and not very hot. For instance, it's still, and again, you'll still have a really lovely time, and it's a long way away from anywhere major tourist areas. The only thing you have to worry about if you're going to the Cambodian border, if you're staying somewhere in the Cambodian border, then take advice from the embassies, etc. But other than that, I wouldn't bother about it too much. Anyway, sorry I had to talk about that. I've just seen quite a few people getting involved in this, etc. Some YouTubers, and just like when they had an earthquake just in Myanmar just a while ago, for instance, there was this huge eruption on the Thailand's falling down and la la. There was and it was just one building, and which is poorly constructed. But other than that, for instance, if it's safe. I'd rather walk around Thailand than walk around London, say, So for instance, at the moment, so right now I feel more safer in Thailand. Anyway, guys, so. Let's move on to Manchester City. And again, what's it called? I can spend the next 10 minutes talking about Thailand, because quite honestly, what's happening at Manchester City is basically nothing. Apart from City fans still losing their shit, as it were. I listened to LB yesterday, and he was on the beach yesterday talking about Liverpool are going to sign these. Oh my god. Everybody's worried about what Liverpool are, for instance, and are they going to win the Premier League by 20 points and 40 points, and they're going to be and again, they are buying players, and yes, they're buying good players, but I wouldn't worry about it. I don't know how many times people have said that when Man City were buying Reinders and Cherky and things like that. Man City, but nobody's actually said that Liverpool's buying the league. No, they're just strengthening. That's what the media's come, strengthening. And there was a guy, for instance, on Fulham supporter, apologising to Man City fans. And because again, you get the Jurgen Klopp going, we can't compete with Manchester City and the money they spend. Well, it appears that, for instance, you can. So, and I'm quite honestly, for instance, do I care? I'm like Johnny at Typical City. I don't care what Liverpool are doing, territory. If it's what Man City are doing at the moment, etc. We're not doing much apart from there's nothing getting forward or backwards. And regarding, so I could sit there and talk about James McAtee. I've just listened to one of these, the AI things, etc. But or you read an article, and they write, breaking news at Manchester City, and then they'll spend the first 5 minutes talking about something which is total nonsense, to tell you something which you already probably know. James McAtee wants to sign for a British club, an English club, rather than actually saying Bundesliga. But the thing is, we'll probably get more from an English club rather than get from the Bundesliga. So, regardless of wherever he goes. And so the AI, Man City are really upset because he wants to sign for an English Premier League club. Well, and I don't really care. I don't think Man City really care. As long as he doesn't sign. So often, as long as Man City a good deal for him. But AI is trying to make it some out of nothing again, and so there's a lot of Oh, massive, massive overhype at the moment. I haven't got my phone open today, for instance, or I've been looking through News Now and City Extra and things like that to talk about anything interesting to talk about. But it's all the same thing. Nothing's moved forward. Okay, it's like the Ukrainian war at the moment. The ball does not move forward. You're going to forward a bit, back, ball a bit, back, bit. So, for instance, nobody's because there's nothing happening at the moment. Edison is still the same way. He's supposed to go. Whether the Galatasaray going for him, do Man City still? Is he wanting? Are we going to get 10 million? Are we not going to get 10 million for him? Jack Grealish, has he moved forward or backwards? All I know is that Jack Grealish can train with the team when they come back next week. So that was something. For instance, is Calvin Phillips getting a new club? No. As for instance, is Kovacic coming or going? No, but I believe he's in playing tennis with Djokovic and a few others. For instance, and nice picture of him. Ilkay Gundogan, is he moving forward about? No. What about John Stones? No. Makala Kanji? No. We do believe that the Cunha thing from Barcelona was a ploy for get a better contract, so that's dead in the water, so he's not coming. James Trafford, I believe the deal's edging forward. Once they go to all things are coming forward, I think it looks like it, but what's happening with Ortega, don't know. So for instance, everything's in a kind of limbo at the moment, but I think it's going to be limbo, but I think everything will be sorted out in the next few weeks when the club comes back to the players come back. So, and a lot of City fans need to chill and relax and stop worrying about what Liverpool are doing or Arsenal are doing. But again, because they had to do it, we're on a different schedule to them. We did our business before we went to the Club World Cup. And for instance, and also in January, so we've got enough players in. The only thing we need to do is sort out the right back, sort out goalkeepers, boom, finish, and get rid of offload a few players and the players who are not playing. To get rid of those, etc., or to find clubs for them, which I'm damn certain we will. But City fans need to chill out and stop worrying because of what Liverpool are doing. I don't care what Liverpool are doing. I'm Johnny corner. I'm in Hugh's corner, for instance. We're in the don't care what they're doing, right? We should be caring about what we're doing. Actually, that's more important. And at the moment, etc., things are a bit quiet, and people are starved for information, and and people are losing their minds. And they shouldn't, And again, for instance, it's how many times have I heard, Man City's going to win because 20 points because of the players they're buying and whatever, and then it doesn't happen that way. It's the Premier League, just because on paper it sounds like they're going to be, streaks ahead of us, and they're buying good players, yes, but how is it going to blend in? How is it going to? What's the story? It's not always that, everything's not always clear cut. Do I believe, for instance, are Liverpool the favourites? Yes. So, but am I worried about Liverpool and what they're doing? No, because I think, for instance, again, I wouldn't swap any of Liverpool's signings for Reinders. Okay, I really wouldn't. I wouldn't swap any of the Liverpool signing for Turkey. I really wouldn't. Or Mamouche, or Haaland, or Foden, or whatever, because we got some damn good players. Okay, I worry about goalkeeping and the defensive and the transition. The midfield is good, as long as we play the midfielder, Nico Gonzalez, etc., for instance, and Reinders and Rodri. Okay, now let's talk about Rodri, because again, and I was listening to Mark Ogden, ESPN. Oh my God! I think Manchester City will be tempted by Rodri if there was £100 million on the table. No, they wouldn't. He's got 2 years left on his contract. Man City's going to sign a new contract. He's an honourable man who doesn't go on social media. Who's probably on his biggest night in his professional career. He was snubbed by the team who wants to sign him. Whatever, you didn't deserve to win it. Our man did. You didn't. Our man is better than yours, for instance. And he snubbed him. They didn't even come up. They didn't even congratulate him, pat him on the back. And now it's the same team who wants it. Oh, come and play with us. We love you. Yeah. I think Rodri. If I was Rodri, I'd be turning around and say 2 fingers. And if Man City the same thing, 2 fingers. And I'm sorry, keep your 100 million and take it up your backsides. again, is honourable, and I don't care. And you're going to listen to the mainstream media, and they're all going to say, well, he was 100 million, Man City might be tempted. No, they're not. Honestly, for instance, we realise how important it is to our team. Realise how important it was have him out last season and what he did to our season, and now we're going to get rid of him for 100 million quid. It's worth more than 100 million quid. But for instance, but again, if he's not interested, he's not Isaac. He's not a mercenary. He's not Rashford. He's not a whatever. I think he's got integrity, and he, for instance, and and the way the club, celebrated his Ballon d'Or win, and the way he was at the club all the way through the season, in the dressing room, in the stands, cheering the club along. For instance, he wasn't in a box, etc. He was sat behind Pep Guardiola, and for instance, in the dressing rooms, and cheering the club on. So, for instance, and I'm sorry, I just don't believe for 1 second that, for instance, he would jump ship and go to Real Madrid, to these people, for instance. And why would you go to Real Madrid? Oh, it's Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid. If you get a chance to go to Real Madrid, you go to Real Madrid. I am sorry. I am not having that. I am sick and straight of the mainstream media coming out with that crap. Real Madrid right now are crap at the moment, okay? Because quite honestly, they got humiliated by PSG. They've been humiliated, for instance, in the Club World Cup. For instance, they've I'm sorry, they need a massive rebuild of Real Madrid at the moment. So going to Real Madrid, then Manchester City, are they on the same par as Man City? Football level? Yeah, absolutely. Maybe on the grand scheme of scales, Real Madrid and what they've won in the past, but you're going to go live in. But the narratives will be, live in Spain, in Madrid, rather than rainy city Manchester. Oh, that's what it's going to come out to. Oh, if we're going to go, he'll want to go. He's not even from the area. For instance, he's from Atletico. For instance, he's from that area. He's not a Real Madrid fan. He's not in that. For instance, so he doesn't. So that's going to put him off. The mere fact that they disrespect him, that's going to put him off. So I'd be absolutely shocked if he mentioned anything about transfers. Absolutely shocked. So I'm sorry, it's not happening. So people just need to chill out and stop making videos of and stop applying to the media. It's like most things. When you'll see the media will start talking about it, and then people will start, gotta do a video, Rodri could be leaving, and even though, for instance, when you speak to Man City fans who are making some of these stupid videos, you listen to them, do I think it'll happen? No. So what the one bloody making a video? Okay, mine is a daily chat about Man City, but he's not going. I am absolutely certain he's not going. And a lot of what's going to happen at Manchester City will sort itself out in the next few weeks, so we can just chill out. LB, stay on the beach, stop worrying about Liverpool, enjoy your holiday in Spain. In JCG, for instance. I know, for instance, people would say, relax, please. New York Gawk, my Christ, don't care what Liverpool are doing. Be chilled like you. Be chilled like, for instance, typical City. Don't care what the Scousers are doing. Only care what City are doing. And as far as I'm concerned, I still think we've got a good chance of winning the Premier League title. It's not going to be easy, but I think, for instance, if we get the squad together, for instance, and if we can, we can sort out a few things, etc. But I saw a glimpse in the Club World Cup against Juventus and against other teams, etc. How well we played, and how these players are going to, we're not going to be hurt by the low block. And for instance, yes, we have to worry about transitions. Yes. For instance, we've got to get the goalkeeper in the right back situation, so we've still work to do, but at the moment I'm quite confident about next season. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Don't bother about coming. If you're going to come to Thailand, come. You'll have a lovely time, lovely weather regardless, even though it's rainy season, and it's really nice and calm around the city at the moment. Don't worry about what's going on the border, but support the Thailand in this. And I hope everything sorts itself out very soon, and because I don't want to see any more people killed. over, you know, these border things, etc. But it's just ridiculous what men fight about. Anyway, guys, I love you and leave you. True Blue Thai from Thailand. I hope you have a lovely day. Take care.